Here's how to solve this exercise. So we have a group of statements. This is not an argument, it's just a group of statements. So they're all separated by single slashes, not by the double slash that is only used to set off the conclusion in an argument. And our task is to determine if these statements can all be true together. That is, if they are consistent. So what we want to do is assume that they are and see if you can make this work. See if we can find values for all the letters that are involved here, and there are many: E, H, K, D, M, and B. I think that's all. See if we can find values for these letters that will make all these statements true at the same time. Okay, so let's see if we can do it. The first step is always to begin by assuming that all the statements are true. So you just write a T under the main logical operator in each statement. So be careful here because this statement is a negation. It says not H or K. So you want to put the T under the tilde. The main logical operator is the tilde in this one. And then the final statement also we assume true. Let's see if this assumption yields some consequences and we can start discovering the values of the letters. It really doesn't seem like there's much information to glean from these conditionals, because you know that conditionals can be true in 3 different ways. But over here in the fourth statement, if not H or K is to be true, H or K must be false. And this is good information because you know that there's only one set of circumstances under which a disjunction is false. It's when both sides are false. So we have discovered that H must be false and K must be false. So let's report that information elsewhere. There's an H here, so let's say false for that one. And there's a K here, also false. And well, there are no other H's or K's anywhere else. However, this information is valuable because we know that a conjunction, K and D, can only be true if both sides are true. If just one side is false, we know that the whole thing is false. So we don't know about D, but certainly K and D is false on account of the fact that K is false. And we're trying to make this conditional true, right? So now we discover that the consequent is false, so it had better be the case that the antecedent is not true. Because if the antecedent was true with a false consequent, this conditional will go false. We want to keep it true. So our only option is to make the antecedent false. We have to make E or H false. H is already false, so E has to be false as well. So here we have to work with E being false. There's an E over here, and so this not E will be true. And now we can stop for a moment. It looks like only D, M, and B have not really been discovered, but we can ask ourselves, is there an assignment of truth values to D, M, and B that will make the second statement true and also the last statement true? And if you think about it for a moment, there's a very simple choice that you can make. If you make D, M, and B all true, the second statement will be true, because this will be a conditional with a true antecedent, and because M and B are both true, the consequent will be true. So definitely this second statement is true. If B is true, this doesn't cause any problems over here because the consequent, not E, is true. So this conditional doesn't go false. And finally, if D is true and B is true, this conditional is happily true. So it looks like we succeeded here. These statements are consistent with E and H false, K false, D true, M true, and B true. All the four statements come out true without any contradiction or violation of the laws of logic. So we have proved that these 5 statements are consistent with each other.